आज म तपाईहरुलाई B.Ed थर्ड इयरको यो मेजर इंग्लिश सब्जेक्ट क्रिटिकल रिडिङ्स इन इंग्लिश भन्ने यो सब्जेक्टको चाहिँ आज म तपाईहरुलाई लेसन 14 जसमा चाहिँ ट्राभलिङ विथ ब्रुस च्याटविन भनेर रहेको छ। यो लेसनको चाहिँ आज म तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ समरी लगायत केही क्वेशन एन्सरहरु शेयर गर्न गइरहेको छु। यहाँ तपाईहरु हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ लेसन 14 जसमा चाहिँ ट्राभलिङ विथ ब्रुस च्याटविन सलमान रुस्टी भनेर चाहिँ रहेको छ। यसको चाहिँ म तपाईलाई चाहिँ यो समरी पढेर म तपाईलाई चाहिँ सुनाउने छु। तपाईले चाहिँ मेरो भोइसलाई म्युट गरेर पनि तपाईले चाहिँ यसलाई चाहिँ नोट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। भिडियोलाई पज गर्दै तपाईले पनि यसलाई नोट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ र नोट गरिसकेपछि तपाईले चाहिँ आफैले तपाईले चाहिँ प्र्याक्टिस पनि गर्नु होला। म यसलाई पढेर म तपाईलाई चाहिँ सुनाउने छु। Salman Rushdie's Traveling with Bruce Chatwin is a memoir. He recounts his travel with Bruce Chatwin in Central Australia in early 1984. They were in a car. Suddenly they saw a dingo. Chatwin retold Rushdie sick dingoes jokes. He expressed his worries since dingo had been killed by the motors. Rushdie found that dingoes joke make all the visitors to Alice Springs worried. Rushdie was captivated by the idea expressed in the dreaming tracks and songliness. He became envious on the subject matter of the stories composed by Chatwin. The essayist tells that many of the songliness are lost. The indigenous people of Australia were ruled and exterminated by white settlers. He was expressed his sorrow that it is impossible to rebuild the whole map of these natural and cultural heritages. The writer claims that each Aboriginal tribesperson wants a piece of the local song. Their socio-cultural values are quite impressive. Rushdie knew many etymological snippets like the English word bugger comes originally from the pejorative French verb bougrir, meaning to make low like Bulgarian. Chatwin thought his book would be called Arcady. He imagined his book would have included a Platonic dialogue. Chatwin calls Rushdie Arcady, but Rushdie tells him that Chatwin is Arcady, not him. There is a series of fictional stories in Chatwin's Arcady. He tries to recreate the story of the Aboriginal of Australia. Arcady is an Australian of Russian descent and was knowledgeable about Aboriginal religion. Rushdie writes that Bruce was very famous in Alice Springs because he was recognized by many people in Alice Springs. Rushdie knew this during his travel with Chatwin. When they met a Lutheran pastor, Rushdie knew more about Bruce and his false representation of Aborigines. The cowboy-like boy, offered them tea and cakes. He said that there are genetic differences that make Aboriginal people who are unable to hold the liquor. He humorously said that the Aboriginal people's intestines are not like whites. He further expressed his dissatisfaction on Bruce's political alignment and the way he represents the Australian Aborigines in his travel literatures. Rusty knew about the stories of genetic inferiority when he met with a pub owner when Bruce offered the compliment books to a mechanic's wife as the gift. She wrapped the book Patagonia and Midnight's Children in a bit of cloth and put them up on a half-high shelf. When they reached an inland motel near Ayers Rock, where they knew that Aboriginal truck driver killed many people, later when they reached in Alice Springs, they knew that the driver had not killed people intentionally. From all these Aboriginal people's stories, Rusty found that Aboriginal people have been portrayed as insane and uncivilized. They are treated as inferior to white people. Rusty felt that Bruce's unwritten books are as the burden he has been carrying on of his writer career. After seeing the truck driver's trial, Bruce may change his perspectives in representing the Aborigines people in his literature, Rusty believes. In conclusion, Rusty makes the sharp comments on the places, people, language, and culture that have been documented in Bruce's books like The Songliness, 1987, Dreaming Tracks, Patagonia, Midnight's Children, and so on. He criticized the Western power to kill the Aboriginal people's culture through their colonial enterprise. Bruce has also been charged for reproducing nomads through derogative representation of Aborigines as designed by the colonial enterprise. At last, Rusty suggests all the travel writers to represent the Aborigines culture and land as they are. No more pejorative or negative representation of Aboriginal people is entertained by Rusty in this memoir. यो चाहिँ समरी रहेको थियो। मैले तपाईलाई चाहिँ यो पढेर चाहिँ शेयर गरेँ। तपाईले यसलाई चाहिँ पहिला योभन्दा अगाडि तपाईले चाहिँ पहिला सुरुमा चाहिँ यो लेसन पढ्नुहोस्, अनि त्यसपछि तपाईले चाहिँ यो पढ्नुभयो भने अझ धेरै बुझ्नुहुन्छ, अथवा यो पढेर पनि तपाईले चाहिँ लेसन चाहिँ पढ्न सक्नुहुन्छ। लेसन चाहिँ तर पढ्नु होला। अब यहाँ केही क्वेसन एन्सर रहेको छ, यो क्वेसन चाहिँ पढेर म तपाईलाई चाहिँ सुनाउने छु। तपाईले चाहिँ यो भिडियोलाई रोकेर एन्सर चाहिँ नोट गर्नु होला। What does the writer refer to by the expression but so many of the Songliness are lost, their people exterminated by white settlers? Why does he think that it is impossible to rebuild the whole map भनेर रहेको छ। यहाँसम्म तपाईले चाहिँ भिडियोले रोकेर नोट गर्नुहोस्। त्यसैगरी क्वेशन नम्बर 2 मा the writer makes reference to Aboriginal people every now and then. Who are these people? What is the writer's view on them भनेर रहेको छ। तपाईले यहाँसम्म नोट गर्नुहोस्। त्यसैगरी क्वेशन नम्बर 3 how can an unwritten book be a burden for a person? What does the writer mean by this? Have you ever felt your unexpected ideas being a burden for you? Describe your experience भनेछ यहाँसम्म नोट गर्नुहोस् त्यसैगरी यहाँसम्म नोट गर्नुहोस् यो चाहिँ रहेको थियो लेसन 14 ट्राभलिङ विथ ब्रुस च्याटविन भनेर चाहिँ रहेको छ यो लेसन यसको चाहिँ मैले तपाईलाई चाहिँ समरी लगायत केही क्वेशन आन्सरहरु शेयर गरे तपाईले चाहिँ यसलाई चाहिँ नोट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ नोट गरिसकेपछि तपाईले यसलाई चाहिँ यो क्वेशनहरुलाई तपाईले चाहिँ समरीहरुलाई प्र्याक्टिस गर्नु होला हुन्छ आजले यति नै आउने समयमा अरु बाँकी रहेको लेसनहरु पनि म तपाईलाई चाँडोभन्दा चाँडो चाहिँ शेयर गर्ने नै छु तबसम्म चाहिँ तपाईले चाहिँ मेरो भिडियोलाई चाहिँ लाइक गरिदिनु होला शेयर गरिदिनु होला र मेरो च्यानललाई तपाईले सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु भएको छैन भने सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला